Jubilate Music Group presents Mini Masterclass for Solo Singers with noted vocal coach James Wigginton from Vocal Edge. Today's episode highlights Safe Within Your Arms from 10 Hymns and Gospel Songs for Solo Voice.
Safe Within Your Arms is a soul-stirring crossover ballad written by Mark Hayes, with vulnerable lyrics reflecting the human condition carried perfectly upon an intently crafted melody. This song requires the singer and the accompanist to perform from a perspective of deep personal experience. In simple words, you've got to come at this as a real person, with humility, honesty, but with also the assurance that Christ has got you, no matter how low or far away you feel. Here's your first tip to achieving your most effective performance of Mark Hayes' Safe Within Your Arms. Before we even begin to work with the voice, have a sit down with the lyrics. Read the lines as though they are coming straight from you. In the second verse, you'll read, "Whether I'm walking in the light or whether I'm stumbling through the night." And that simple line has some deep implications. The words "stumbling through the night," as I see it, doesn't mean when bad things are happening to me. It's more likely to mean I'm not on the right path and I know it. Think of how this line in particular applies to you in your life and be specific. We don't need any confessions, but as a listener, I need to hear through your artistic choices, dynamics, phrasing, tones, and textures that you get it. This practice is the very definition of ministering through song. Once you have internalized the lyric and have a solid subtext upon which to build your artistic choices, then we are ready to make some sound. If you're ready, here's the next step. The words and melody and the verses are intentionally conversational. So whether you sing in a legit or classical style or more of a crossover pop style, learning to monologue a lyric is a powerful technique to ensure that you are delivering the lines in a natural way that conveys your intended emotion. I'd like to introduce you to my buddy Robert Montano. He has considerable experience in theater, in movies, in recording sessions, and he's in my band Phoenix. So he's the perfect guy to demonstrate monologue technique. Rob, would you please teach us about monologuing using the first verse and chorus from Safe Within Your Arms?
Absolutely. No, thank you so much, Jamie, for having me. First and foremost, I would love to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to be able to step aside from the performing aspects and really work on the nitty-gritty of the lyrics. It's always super important to get in touch with what the meanings behind each words represent. My process, first and foremost, is to always separate myself from the music. I find that when I have the music on the staff, it kind of becomes lost in translation between the dashes, the spaces, the phrasing. So I like to physically write out my lyrics as if I were having a conversation with somebody, or if I was going to present it in a speech. So I'm going to read the first verse and first chorus as a monologue, and we'll see where it takes us. All right. Whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, whether I'm weak or whether I'm strong, whether I'm sure or maybe confused, feeling loved or feeling used, I know a place where I can go, somewhere that winter winds don't blow. There I am warmed by loving arms held with care next to your heart. And I'm safe within your arms, Lord. I've become a child again. I've come back to the source of love where healing can begin. Though the world would say, I must be strong and prove my worth, by what I do, I will rest assured in your embrace and find my strength in you.
What do you think?
I think for a first run through, it could always be better. I think there's some spacing issues that we could always work on. But
he said spacing issues. That's very interesting. Mm-hmm. Can you fix one right now?
I think in the very beginning. I think in the beginning we can kind of be more fluid.
Right. So he's going to get away from the rhythm of the music even further and talk as if it came right out of his brain. Just give us the first couple of lines.
Sure. Whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, whether I'm weak or whether I'm strong, whether I'm sure or maybe confused, feeling loved or feeling used.
That's amazing. Now, the bomb for me in this song is at the end of the chorus, I must be strong and prove my worth by what I do. A lot of men feel that pressure, don't we? Because we define ourselves by what we do. So monologue that. Though the world would say, how would you say that?
Though the world would say, I must be strong and prove my worth by what I do, I will rest assured in your embrace and find my strength in you.
It's good stuff.
Well, thank you.
Did you notice how Rob gets completely away from the sung rhythm and instead uses a natural speech pattern? This practice will help you discover the real effect the lyrics have, giving you a solid grasp on how to best set them into the phrase. So let's try a performance of the first verse and the chorus. When I'm accompanying a singer, it's just as important that I be in the same mindset, shaping the phrases and following the artist's intentions. So let's try it. You ready?
I'm ready. Whether I'm right, whether I'm wrong, whether I'm weak, whether I'm strong, whether I'm sure or maybe confused, feeling loved or feeling used, I know a place where I can go, somewhere that winter winds don't blow. There I am warmed by loving arms, held with care next to your heart, and I'm safe within your arms. I've become a child again. I've come back to the source of love, where healing can begin. Though the world would say I must be strong and prove my worth by what I do, I will rest assured in your embrace and find my strength in you.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We'll see you later.
See you later.
So along with building and maintaining your technique, remember, internalize the lyrics. Have your own story firmly in mind while performing. Shape every phrase intentionally, inviting your listeners to consider their own journeys and peace only found safe within the arms of God. So, whether you're walking in the light or stumbling through the night, there is nothing about you that He doesn't already know. See you next time.
Order 10 hymns and gospel songs for solo voice and any of the books from the best-selling Marquez Vocal Solo Collection from Jubilate Music Group. Visit jubilatemusic.com or call 866-742-7212 to order.